This comment keeps getting deleted, so I'm posting it here. In the previous video, I also say that somehow my comment never registered. I'm not sure why. So there are certain things why YouTube is moderating comments. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's clear Islam will be the mark of the beast. Who else beheads people that go against their practices Sharia law? And then the comment afterwards is about the Bible, so I'm not sure. So I'm just focusing on this part here. Who else behead people that go against their practices Sharia law? So I'm not clear who and why these people behead people. So when you say who else beheads people that go against their practices Sharia law, which law are you referring to specifically, and based on which Quran verse or hadith? Question mark. So I'm interested to know. My first assumption is the hudud law of riddah or murtad, or so that's my assumption. Anyway, tell that to all the Muslims that have beheaded people for leaving Islam. So this comment kind of in line with my assumption with regard to it must be about Muslim leaving the religion, the murtad case. However, the way that he says this is that all the Muslims that have beheaded people for leaving Islam. This gives an idea that Muslim themselves that commits this beheading, right? So there are two things here that coincide. One is what is the law itself. We can discuss about that, and what is the correct understanding. But here the image is about Muslim, just normal Muslim, go behead people, right? So that's very, very wrong according to the Sharia, according to Islam. Normal Muslim people cannot take law into their hand. Even if there are known law, for example, someone who found guilty for stealing, there's the law of chopping their hand. But it is not for any Muslim to go and I caught you stealing, I chop off your hand. You cannot do that because you are doing something that you shouldn't be doing. You should actually file a report, etc. So there's a court system for any criminal punishment to be done, right? So that's why I commented. I will definitely tell any Muslim that commit any wrongdoing, especially if they do it in the name of Islam, to stop doing such thing. Right, so no Muslim can suddenly go behead people, even if those who they behead is committing a crime that lead to such capital punishment. Even if, right, they cannot actually do it themselves. And then this guy brought forth two verses, which is interesting to me because I would have thought he would bring verses or hadith that is related to the law, the specific law. But this too is about battle. Right? Here he didn't include the translation. Here you have, and when the sacred months have passed, then kill the polities. Of course, this is translation, right? The kafir, where we find them and capture them and besiege them and sit in wait for them at the place of ambush. So if we go straight, it's both of these verses is regarding state of war. So you cannot, even if a verse about state of war, motivate you to kill within the context of the battle of war, you cannot take, any Muslim cannot take that kind of verse and say suddenly I can behead people in normal circumstances, right? That's grossly unjust to take verses of the Quran or in that manner, right? You are committing crime against Islam if you do such thing. So just to take a look at the verse, so 47 Surah Muhammad, I believe, verse 4. So this is 47:4, right? When you meet the disbelievers in battle, so this is the context. Strike their necks until you have thoroughly subdued them, then blind them firmly. Later free them either as an act of grace or by ransom until the war comes to an end. So if you read this, it is clearly with the context of a war. It is not about capital punishment for anyone who leaving Islam. There's nothing here that you can take this and relate to this is punishment of leaving Islam. So I'm not sure how you connect these two, or you just, I don't care, I just find anything that have something about killing, make stories up and just connect because, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not sure. So another verse that was mentioned just now is Surah At-Tawbah. Surah At-Tawbah is more clear cut. What is the context? The whole surah is about a certain context. Feel free to read what is the context of Surah At-Tawbah, Surah number 9. So it's about even more weird when you take a verse like this and says this is about, you know, punishing someone who leave Islam. So once the sacred month have passed, kill the polytheists who violated their treaties wherever you find them. Of course, this is tafsir because of the context. You can feel free to read the context of this surah and all of the verses, because some of the context is actually mentioned as well in the verses throughout. Wherever you find them, capture them, besiege them, align with, etc. Right? So this whole thing is within. And if anyone from the polytheists, because if you read the verse after, right? If the polytheists ask for your protection, grant it to them. So it's bizarre. If this is the context of battle, you can understand, oh, we are in fighting and then kill them. But if they suddenly, please protect me. So evidently, even if you do disagree about battle, but you picking up this verse to justify your statement about people leaving Islam is just bizarre to me. Yeah, so that's just me sharing what, you know, please be having some coherent in terms of what verse you want to use to justify your argument. Otherwise it just show as if you don't even care if it makes sense. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.